San Jose Sharks are very proud to select from Boston University, Macklin Celebrini.
To the channel. Today we're going to talk about the play of Macklin Celebrini, who's been killing it this year so far. Now there's been a lot of talk in the past 2 weeks about who's going to be the better player in the long run. Is it going to be Connor Bedard, who was last year's first overall pick, or is it going to be Macklin Celebrini, who was this year's first overall pick? I have my own opinions on it. I think you know which way I might lean. But that's not to say Connor Bedard isn't a great player, and I think he's going to be a super great player in the future. But right now, it's looking like Macklin is shaping up to be worth the hype. So again, we're going to talk about Macklin Celebrini. I have all his goals. We're going to go over those. If you want to jump straight to those, go ahead. The timestamps are down in there, and go ahead and do your thing. Pick where you want to watch, but we're going to break down every single goal of his so far this year and talk about a little bit about the play that he makes away from the puck. So without beating around the bush, let's go talk about our boy Macklin Celebrini. All right, so we got to take a look at his performance so far this year. Now, he was on IR coming out of the gate pretty much. He played one game against St. Louis and then was put on IR for about 2.5 weeks. So he's only played 15 games so far. In those 15 games, he's got 8 goals, 6 assists, and 14 points. Basically a point a game player. For an 18-year-old rookie, I think that's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at what he brings to the table before he even became a pro, because the list is pretty long, so bear with me. We're going to read through it as fast as we can. First up, he was the USHL All-Rookie team. He made that team. He was the USHL First All-Star team. He's the USHL Player of the Year, the Hockey East All-Rookie team, the Hockey East First All-Star team. It goes on. The Hockey East Player of the Year last year, the NCAA East First All-American team, and then he won the Holby Baker Award last year. That is a mouthful, and he did all that before he was 18 years old. And then this past summer, he was drafted first overall by my San Jose Sharks. So, yeah, he's got a resume for a young player in the league. I'm going to be honest, when I knew that he was potentially coming to our team, I was excited. I am still excited that he's part of our team. But being that young, how much can I buy into the hype? Because we saw what Connor Bedard did in juniors and playing in the WHL, and that was all great. I'm like, could we hit a home run and have a Connor Bedard-like player ourselves? If you're a Sharks fan, it's hard for me to drink the Kool-Aid. It's hard for me to do that. I didn't want to sip it too much, but man, once this kid got on the ice and I saw him in training camp, wow, this kid can play. So like I said, we're going to take a look at all this kid's goals because he's got a bunch of them so far this year for being injured and stepping in and putting in the performance on he's done so far, and how much better he's made this team by just being a presence on the ice. It's well worth talking about. So let's jump over and do it real quick. All right, so we're looking at all the goals that Macklin has been a part of or has scored himself. I've already talked about this goal in probably the first video I did about the Sharks this year, but the thing I love about this play, and we're going to point out the things I like about this play and probably some things that you like as well, is the first thing that you think, or when you notice when you watch Macklin Celebrini, is the kid always has his head up. He's always looking to make a play, whether it be a pass or he's looking off a defender or even a goalie, and we'll get to that in a second. But this was his first goal ever in the NHL, coming down the wing, trying to look for a center pass, can't find one. Well, he did find Eklund, trying to make the pass. Obviously, it didn't make it to Eklund. It hit the defender's skate and wound up going into the back of the net. So, the thing I loved about that was an 18-year-old rookie trying to make a spinorama pass in his first game, in his first 8 minutes of a professional hockey game. He made the attempt to make that pass. That was dope to see, and that was just something to build on, a Sharks fan to build on. He had an assist in that game as well to Tyler Toffoli, kind of like a no-look pass. That one was dope as well. So we were seeing glimpses of what Macklin can bring to the table. Then he went on IR for, like I said, 2.5 weeks, and his first game back was against the Minnesota Wild. And this brings us to his, I want to say his first real goal, because the last one, even though it counted on the stat sheet, he didn't even know he scored. He just tried to make a pass and it went in. This one, he was intentionally trying to score on this one. So like I said, we're going to talk about the things I like on this play. We have Celebrini, who is right here. He's playing center. This is a breakout against the Minnesota Wild. Here we go. Now this is your typical breakout. What you want to see is you want to see your center supporting your winger on the breakout, which is Macklin Celebrini's job, and he's doing that. Here we go. Macklin come to the boards. Now here's what I like about this play so far. The breakout looks perfect. It's exactly what you want to see. A center, depending on the ice that's in front of you and where you're skating up the ice, there's two things you could do. You can skate it in or dump it in. It's basically your dump and chase. What Macklin does here is he notices the defenders. I'll fast forward a little bit so we can get to the part of what I'm trying to talk about here. Here we go. Macklin. Right here. You can easily dump it or you can skate it. This is, for him, it seems like a no-brainer. Back in my day when I played, I'm dumping this puck in and I'm chasing it. Obviously, I'm not an NHL player, and nor am I a first-round draft pick. But Macklin, he's different. He's special. What he's doing here is he's pulling this defender off the boards to send Granlund down the boards, right? He's trying to create space for his teammate. So let's clear the drawing. Let's roll through it and see what he does. He does exactly that. He pulls the defender towards him. Granlund basically has, I want to say, a partial one-on-none, but obviously that doesn't happen because what happens. Now this is what makes Macklin so good, and this is what all hockey players should do. If you're a center, if you're a young center, always follow your pass to some degree. I would say 90%, 95% of the chance, follow your pass, because good things happen when you do that. Here's again, watch Macklin right here. He passes to Granlund, follows the play, and he's got a wide open cage in the slot. Kind of miffs it a little bit, but he still gets a hold enough to get a goal. Great play by Celebrini. Here's another look of it. Granlund again. Watch Celebrini right here in the slot, coming down, attacking the ice, the open ice. It's wide open. I mean, look at all the space here. He has one defender, but if he plays it right, he can beat the defender, which he evidently does. There's the pass. Defender got caught looking. Celebrini has a wide open 4x6. Now, like I said, he didn't get all of it, but he got enough of it to put it in the back of the net. And honestly, this is Macklin Celebrini's first real goal. Here he is again, playing up, taking that defender off. Follow the play. Boom, back in the net. Love seeing that from Macklin Celebrini. Yep, he's hyped. This is the second goal in this game. We have Macklin down here waiting for that pass. Now, at this point in the game, Sharks are already losing. They've lost. This is the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild they're no joke this year, but I'll show you what I like about this play. Here's Macklin waiting for the dump in or for the pass or for the chip in. He gets a pass from Granlund. Now, this is insane to watch an 18-year-old rookie do this in the NHL. I'm going to let it play. He attacks the open ice, right? He's going down Broadway. He's looking for that shot because honestly, the Minnesota Wild are giving him that. So we'll see what he does. Again, he's attacking. He's looking at Wallman. I believe that's Wallman right here. He's waiting for that one-timer. And if you look at all the Minnesota Wild players, him, There's one down here. They're all looking. They're all waiting for that one-timer pass or for Macklin to shoot it. But Macklin, he's not even looking. Macklin is looking, or he's deceiving Marc-Andre Fleury like he's going to pass the puck. But what does he do? He looks off Marc-Andre Fleury and buries it top glove. Here's another look of it right here. Again, coming in from the blue line. Look how much space they're giving him. They're playing okay defense. I would, if I'm a coach for the Minnesota Wild, I like to see them play up on the body a little bit more. But hey, I'll take this goal any day of the week. Macklin coming down now. You look at Marc-Andre Fleury down here. You can see he has clear sight of what is happening. What he's doing though, his mistake is he's watching. I believe he's watching Celebrini's eyes, because what happens is he roofs it, and if you look at Marc-Andre Fleury right now, he's still looking like he's making a pass to someone else. It's not until the last second that he realizes it's a shot, and it went right past his ears. This is insane for an 18-year-old. Here we go. Here's the best look of it. Looking for the pass, trying to create space, notices the space in the slot, and attacks. Not looking, and then just roofs it over Marc-Andre Fleury's ear. That, to me, has been Macklin Celebrini's best goal he scored this year so far. Here's another play. Here's the OT winner against the Detroit Red Wings. This one's not super special. It's not super sexy. But I'll tell you, and I'll point out the one play that makes this play pretty impressive for an 18-year-old rookie in the league. Here we go. What a play. Granlund dumps it off to Celebrini. Celebrini comes on the board. Now he beats out DeBrincat and Patrick Kane. And I believe this is Rasmussen right here, but I don't remember exactly who was on the play. But he's beaten out 3 players, and he's basically one-on-one with Cam Talbot. Cam Talbot doesn't, at the moment, he doesn't have the best angle on the goal right now. I mean, you could take a look. He's got, let's see, I'll zoom in if I can get zoom in. There we go. He's kind of off the post. He should be a lot better about his angles right here. But yeah, Celebrini will take advantage of that coming up. There's the play right there. I'll show you the angle. But yeah, he buries it. Game winner, first GWG for Macklin Celebrini. Here comes the play I'm going to talk about. Here he comes down the board. Off the wall. Pass to Brinkett. Setting up. He's reading the angles pretty well right here. I think he already knows what he's doing. The angle isn't the best, because if Macklin were to pull the puck in any further, he's got a stick check here and a potential stick check here from this defender. So he's keeping the puck to the outside, which is what you would want to do. But that creates an issue on the shot angle. And what he does is he corrects that angle when he comes down on Calvert. That little stick move right there, that little pullback, was enough to change the angle to like a few inches, and just giving him enough space to shoot the puck and put it in the back of the net. Perfect from Macklin. So here it is again. The little pullback, 7-hole right on the arm, game winner. How you doing? This is another no look shot goal against the LA Kings. This is another one that's right up there with that Minnesota Wild look. I'm just going to let it play. Coming down the boards, picks his corner. Beautiful. You can't see from this angle, and you probably can't see from this angle. You'll see where he puts the puck, but it's perfectly placed. Top cheese. You can't put that any better in the corner. Again, what makes this play crazy is this right here. He's got his head up the entire time. Watch his head. All right, this is insane. Get that puck. He's looking, he's scanning. He hasn't looked at the net once. He might be peeking right now, and he's gonna pick his angle. There's the full on, I'm looking at the net, I'm shooting this thing. Boom, roofs it. That is insane. I haven't seen Bedard do stuff like this yet. I've seen glimpses of it and like little peeks of it, but Macklin Celebrini does this with so much confidence. It's really starting to push me to think that, hey, if it comes down to the two players, I think Celebrini might walk away with being the better player in the future, but I digress. This is the second goal of the same game against the Kings. This is a perfect example of Macklin Celebrini's one-timer ability. We know he's got a crazy good shot. We saw it in college. Again, this is a power play goal. This is a 5-on-3, so there is more space, but I love the placement of the puck and the power behind the puck. Here's Celebrini down here looking for that one-timer. Again, we've seen this when he played for Boston University. This is where he was making a lot of his, well, he was scoring a lot of goals, that's for sure. I want to say making, where he was making his money, but he wasn't making any money at that point. But here we go. Pass from Eklund. Boom. Rocket in the back of the net. Perfect placement. We'll take a look at it again to show you exactly how, here it comes. The drive and this shot on this puck is perfect. The placement, I like to see it a little bit higher in the back of the net or on top of the net. But hey, I'll take this all day long, and he'll get there. We've seen him put that puck exactly where I'm talking about. But this goal right here, straight up power slap shot, piss missile, whatever you want to call it, it was perfect. I love seeing it. I'll see it all day long against the Kings too. I can't wait to see this. Now, this one for me, this is a pure intelligent play. I don't know if this was a design play. It looks like a design play from the Sharks. But here, I'm going to show you. Watch Celebrini. Again, he's the center taking the draw against, I believe it's Shane Pinto. What a play. And I'm going to point out exactly where the Senators made the mistake and where Celebrini looks like a freaking genius. Win the drawback. Watch Celebrini. Crash the net. Find that space. Get the puck from Macklin. Now, that angle wasn't the best. This angle coming up is the best. Here we go. Celebrini, center. Watch what he does the whole time. Look at all the Ottawa Senators players pushing to the top of the circle. This is a bad play from the Senators, but again, look at Celebrini. What did he do? He took the draw and rolled off and started finding that space, attacking that space. You have Jake Wallman back here who's going to bomb that thing on Allmark. Look at Celebrini. He knows where to go. Go to the net, right? You always go to the net when you have that opportunity. Something's coming, go in front of the net because good things happen in front of the net. Basically, at this point, it is a 2-on-0 against Allmark. There's a fat rebound right there. And Eklund's going to grab that puck, find Celebrini, who's got his stick right where it needs to be, and an easy tap in. Again, another angle. Tap it in. Beautiful goal from Celebrini. This one is a perfect example of his shot and his placement and his ability. This is where I want to say him and Connor Bedard are very alike because their shots are very similar. I don't think he has the speed that Bedard has on his shot, not just yet, but give it a couple years, he'll get there. But here we go. This is the goal against the Kraken 2 nights ago. Here he comes. High slot. That wind up. Again, Grubauer isn't the best goalie in the world, but he's pushing over. He can make this save, but I think Celebrini's shot was just perfectly placed. Back in the net. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Again, nothing too crazy about it. I just think the accuracy of the shot and the strength of the shot is what is the highlight here. And this is just more... This is what we can expect as Sharks fans to look forward to in the future. I love seeing this shot all day long. Give it to me all day long. I will take this any which way. This is a beautiful shot. Here we go again. Top of the dot. Perfect placement. Can't be mad about this one bit. All right, this next one. It's not a goal from Macklin Celebrini, but it is because of Celebrini that this goal happened. This is Jake Wallman's straight up piss missile that came straight from the point against the Kraken in the night. And again, this play would have never happened if Macklin Celebrini didn't do what he did in the neutral zone to take this puck away from Brandon Tanev. Again, here we go. Brandon Tanev right here, trying to take possession of the puck and trying to go around Macklin Celebrini, get it across the red line, probably for a dump and chase or a dump and change, whatever he was trying to do. But Macklin played this perfectly. He didn't play the puck, he played the body perfectly. Here we go. A little poke check. Stands up Brandon Tanev on the boards. again, this is a rookie playing, man. And this is like a fresh 18-year-old rookie. The kid is 6 foot, like a $180. Taking on Brandon Tanev in the neutral zone like this and taking him off the puck was beautiful. I'll let it play. Knocks him off the puck. Takes the puck from him. Eventually, there we go. He gets the puck, comes in across the blue line and starts looking for that pass. He makes a pass across to Eklund, I believe. Fans on it a little bit. Then, if you're watching Celebrini, who's down here, he's basically all alone. He has plenty of opportunities to either get a rebound or take a pass. But either way, Jake Wallman bombs this thing. If there was a rebound, Celebrini's on the back door for an easy tap in. He didn't need it because Wallman scored. But again, that play does not happen if Celebrini doesn't make that play in the neutral zone. So yeah, man, I mean, looking at these goals and how he's played so far, I have to think that there's going to be more of this to come in the future. I mean, he's only scratching the surface. He's only played 15 games. Wait till this kid gets a lot more comfortable in his skin, gets a lot more comfortable with his teammates. I've already seen glimpses of him getting way comfortable with playing with Eklund. Him and Will Smith are starting to click a little bit as well. I don't know. This team is getting me really excited, even though, again, we're not great right now by any means. But if you're watching Macklin Celebrini play, he's making this team play better. When I look at the Chicago Blackhawks right now, last year was great for Bedard. The Blackhawks not so much. He did win the Calder. He did make his teammates around him better to some degree. But if you're looking at the Chicago Blackhawks right now compared to the San Jose Sharks, it seems like Bedard and the Blackhawks are not having fun. And I think that has a lot to do with the Sharks' success right now. The Sharks know, I gotta believe in their soul, they know they're not scratching the playoffs. But that does not mean they're not going to start or stop working. And right now they are working to get better. And every game that they play and put on an effort, you see the teammates on the bench smiling, joking with each other, having fun, trying things. It's not until they're getting blown out, and they haven't been blown out completely this year. They did get smacked up by the Avalanche and by the Jets this year. But other than those two games, you haven't seen this team be out of the fight. If Celebrini is on the ice and he's playing the game, the Sharks have a chance. I want to say that's the same case for the Chicago Blackhawks, but it's not. They look miserable over there, and Connor Bedard hasn't been playing great this year. He looks miserable. So I think the Sharks, in the long run, will probably scratch the playoffs before Chicago will. That's crazy to say, considering they have 1 year on their rebuild compared to us. But if you're looking at the prospect pool for the Sharks and the prospect pool for the Chicago Blackhawks and how they're playing in their coaching situation, I think the Sharks might have the one up on the Chicago Blackhawks. Let me know what you're thinking about Macklin Celebrini and the San Jose Sharks. If you watched the Sharks this year, let me know. They've been entertaining as hell to me to watch this year. Last year they were duds. I couldn't take it. But this year they're completely a different team. If you're new to my channel, do me a solid. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, because we're talking about hockey all year long. And when the Sharks are doing well, and I feel like the Sharks are just getting better and better. We're going to talk about the Sharks a hell of a lot more. So yeah, hit those buttons for me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.